Good morning, everyone. Welcome to TeamODZ Live. I'm ODivaZ. And yay, I'm back. Did you miss me, Rick? Thank you. I'm glad you said that. So that's it. We are empty nesters. Yeah. I mean, it's funny you could mention that because last night I got a shower. I didn't take my own fresh underwear into the bathroom, and I just walked through the bedroom in my birthday suit. Wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do that if they were here. Going back to what you said earlier, you've got computer and trainer balance issues. How do you balance your computer? What do you do to your pinky? All right. Well, you'd only be able to count to 8 if you remove both of them. But you could become a bean counter.
Get rid of all of it. There's got to be some sort of training in it where it's like they pull out the scale and they start measuring everything and being like, see, it all matters once you add it all together. So that they train them to just get rid of everything. That's why they spit and snot so much. It's not clear their airways. They're just removing extra fluids. It's also why it's not a good idea to do your nature breaks while on the bike. You want to keep that off the bike. Send it to the side. Yeah, now that I have this scale though, holy, I've opened up a can of worms in monitoring my weight. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Because with my mind, I know that my weight is super low. It's the lowest I've had since high school. And I'm not like obsessed with having low weight. But once I start making numbers and graphs and changes and all that stuff, now all of a sudden it's a game. But I have found myself like cutting out cookies during the day because I see the weight change from that. It has kind of helped with eating healthier.
I'll have your cookie.
Would you be open to some direct marketing from a Danish company selling the drug you need?
Yeah.
I would advise them to do a census.
I have found out though that my 4-week average is the same as my Zwift weight, so that's good. I was kind of hoping it would be lower so that I could just lower my Zwift weight a little more. I'm not prepared to change it every day. But my average weight with fluctuations is 152.
Doesn't mean anything to me. So. If I have to half it, and yeah.
154 is 70 kilos on the nose.
There, 70.
Oh,
good. Nice. We're good. I'm a good round number.
Oh, that's pretty low.
Yeah, under 69 kilos. Oh, but sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, almost 69. Wow.
No, a shade over 69.
68.946.
You're actually very close to a pro weight for your height.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, I'm actually like Sepp Kuss. I think he's like 145. But I don't know. It'd be interesting if I had that much volume and ate what their diets are. I'd probably end up there. It's like sometimes in the morning, depending on how I ate the day before, I'll be, or what I did the day before, I'll be like 148. But then my evening weight is right around like 153. I am trending downward.
I only go on the way when I'm completely dehydrated for a 6-hour ride. I wouldn't dare go there in the morning.
I did lose, what was it, 3 pounds after Saturday's ride in water weight. Man, I did not recover properly though, I'll tell you that much.
That was a massive ride, so that's, I mean, the effort for you is more than a pro race for a pro racer. So
Yeah.
you should have 2 or 3 days completely down after that.
Yeah, probably. I did have 1 day.
That's something.
But yeah, because it was saying I did threshold power the most, I guess. But my heart rate was still tempo. I think my average was like 150. So it was doable, but it was also definitely over endurance. That's for sure. But I felt really good the whole time. But the only problem is when I crossed the finish line, all of a sudden it's like, you know, I'm talking to the guy that I crossed with. It was just the 2 of us left. And so we're congratulating each other. And then all of a sudden, this other guy walks up and he starts talking about Ink Happy and how they're not coming back next year for sure this time. And it's because the race goes through 2 counties. And so I live in Penobscot and it goes down to Hancock County. And the sheriff of Hancock County decided after the contract was up that he doesn't want it back because he has to put Hancock sheriff deputies out and pay them overtime, but yet the county, no city in the county gets any of the tax benefits because everybody stays in the Bangor area. So he said, not in Hancock. So now he was asking me if I wanted to help him come up with a route that we could do that would stick in Penobscot. And I was like, wow, that'd be cool, coming up with the route for it. But I guess they do want to come back. It's just they won't be able to pull it off for next year, but hopefully the year after that.
What's Penobscot?
That's the county I live in, first of all.
It's a river, isn't it?
And
Is it
and it's the
Panickety?
river, yeah. What?
Panickety Penobscot?
Nope.
You know, in the MASH television series, there was a Colonel Penobscot.
But yeah, it's the river that runs through Bangor and the entirety of the county. And it's also the name of the native tribe that lives in the area and is still in the area. And it's the river that the submarine at the end of the hunt for the Red October went into at the end of the movie.
Oh, that's a claim to fame.
Yeah. If we don't have Stephen King, we have the hunt for the Red October and one of the largest Paul Bunyan statues. And there you have it. That's Maine summed up.
Should be a proper tourist magnet. Yeah, I'm gonna meet up with Bo, that guy who went to Bangor last year, in a couple of weeks, so I'll quiz him.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a long quiz. Gosh, love you, especially in February. Bangor in the summer, I can see how people like it, because like when I'm driving through town, it is kind of cool. There's like a lot of spots where like in traffic, and you look up and you just see like mountains in the background, and it looks really cool. But in the winter time, it's not as noticeable because everything is so gross and salty and ugly.
Yeah, but we're Scandinavians, so we're used to that.
That's true. Oh yeah, that's right. Isn't he the one that lives in Greenland too, or something?
Well, he lives in Copenhagen, but he spends a lot of his time in Greenland.
Yeah.
There's been other two-layer base, so there's also a kind of civilian area there where the telecom company has some things. It's really beautiful up there.
I also had a flat during that ride. It was pretty cool. We had a group of 6 of us at that time, I think it was. And the moment I got a flat, they came back and they were like, "You all set? You got everything?" And I was like, "Yeah, you guys can go on." And they were all like, "Nah, we'll wait." Which, it was good because I had one guy holding my bike, so I didn't have to lay it down. And then another guy had a hand pump, which was handy to get the tube in, make sure I didn't pinch it. But then I woke up in the morning, tires flat. So now I just need to, I don't know, this is just such a hassle with tubes right now. I got to change out that tire because I'm sure there's something in it. That was 4 flats in a week. Screams something's lodged in the tire.
Is this the new saddle adjustment?
Just needs a new saddle adjustment or a new bike. All right, maybe I should go back and get this guy. He seems he's a D racer or D rider, and I don't know. Oh, maybe it's a bad idea though. Really? Yes. Okay, not far back. I'm gonna go up. All right. Yeah, 3.2 watts, 3.5 watts.
Coffee break.
Might need a rest once. Nope. Now I can never hear it on Discord. Yeah. Well, now that I'm paying attention, save someone right off the bat. I think they're gonna save themselves, but I don't know about you guys, but over here in Maine, I've been doing some COVID dodging lately. It is hitting everywhere around me. I have coworkers that are coming down with it.
My parents had it end of July, and I don't know. I think I actually had it in July, but I tested and it was negative. I mean, one of those home tests. I had all the signs actually. Very mild though. But it's difficult to imagine otherwise because it's supposed to be even more contagious than the last variant. And that was crazy contagious. So,
Yeah, previously I've been able to even be around people who have it, and like as long as I don't have like real close contact, like drink from their drink or get close enough for them to spit in my mouth, I've been able to not get it. Now I don't know who I caught it from the last time, but I think it was last year that I had it. But it was the first time I got it. I got it straight from Heidi, which makes sense. But then that was the worst one I've had. And then last year it wasn't too bad, but it was still like 3 weeks of not building as far as my cycling fitness goes. Just trying to maintain. I've upped my daily vitamin C dose to 2,000 milligrams. I don't know.
no,
if
you gotta get
tastes
that
good.
bleach stuff that Trump recommended.
Yesterday for the Democratic convention, there was a little thing on the news this morning, and for the Maine delegation, it was the governor, Janet Mills, and then like the Democratic committee lead chair of Maine or whatever, and one of my neighbors from like a couple blocks away. I see her walking all the time. She's just kind of standing next to the governor, just like smiling a whole bunch. She's very photogenic, so it works. But I was like, wait, I recognize her.
You gotta get a big MAGA sign to put in your front yard, otherwise your house is gonna drop in value once that gets out.
Wait, what? Rick. Yeah, I did the 100 miles, and like this elbow issue I've been having was gone. I didn't realize it till after, but I was like, whoa, my elbow feels fine. Which then got me on.
That's alternative medicine. Fix your tennis elbow, ride 100 miles at 36 kilometers an hour average.
Yes. Works every time. We don't talk about that enough as adults. It's not often enough that we get together in a group and go, you know what? Being an adult's really tough. Why did I always want to be an adult when I was a teenager?
Yeah, we didn't actually have to look far. Just look at our parents, how miserable they were, to know that that was not where it was. But tennis elbow, that's something you get in your 50s, Rick, so you have to shave up.
See, here I am trying to grow up fast still.
The answer is cortisone, but I guess you know that.
The fact that I was fine on my Amanda makes me think there's got to be something. But so far, what I've done is I did move my handlebars up a little bit to try to fix a carpal tunnel issue I was having. And then on the other hand, which now that's gone. And now I've developed the elbow on the other side, which, I mean, I think that started back in June. When
Yeah,
I
pink,
moved
but not an elbow.
Who needs elbows?
This is the real tennis elbow. That more or less comes spontaneously. It's like an inflammation of the, I don't know the English word for it. So I don't think you can adjust your way out of that.
Hold my
He can
beer.
adjust his way out of anything. You've got a cold, adjust the saddle.
We adjusted.
Who left? Oh, Megan's leaving.
Tendon, I think it's called. An inflamed tendon or something.
Yeah, it was weird because I went like the whole weekend without it. I mean, I had those 2 days off. So I think that kind of helped. And then it wasn't brought back on again by that ride. So then Sunday was good. And then Monday it came back a little bit after riding on this bike. And now it's still not as bad as it was. But that's why I'm really thinking it's this bike. I don't know if it's just could be my posture on this bike too. Yeah,
I mean, it could be that it's your muscle that aches or something, but a tennis elbow more or less comes out of nowhere. takes a year, goes all away by itself. You can fight the pain with cortisone cream from the outside. That's about it. But yeah,
it's like most of the pain is right about there. It's like right in a little, like right up on the bone almost.
yeah, that would be a tennis elbow. But yeah, it could be that you really strained it or something. But there, yeah, it's just to say the tennis elbow I got came out of nowhere, disappeared out of nowhere and into nowhere.
That's what I was hoping, that it disappeared.
Well, it took a year.
Yeah. This always happens. I always get these weird things. There's always something that if there's nothing, then I know that this is just happy time before there's something again. And it's like just weird, all the issues that I've had, and it's like I'm trying to adjust things around it and all this stuff, and then in the end it just goes away. I don't even remember how it goes away. But then I realize whatever adjustments I did, they aren't needed. And I go back to what it was before, and then the pain never comes back. And I'm like, okay, well, that makes no sense, but all right. I did try lifting some dumbbells this morning. Felt very uncomfortable, but I'm also thinking, what if I strengthen around it too, a little bit? I just should probably take some weight off, because what I could lift.
This might be one time where Garmin is right. The way to solve that is to rest it, not to lift weights.
All right, that's it. I'm leaving. I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop using those foreign words.
You're supposed to figure it out as you keep going, not rest. That's giving into it. That's letting it win. Big fan of the walk it off theory. Ooh, wow, that leg looks like it's hanging by a thread. Walk it off, buddy. Just walk it off. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, many times you have something in your cycling. Getting on the bicycle will help you because it increases the blood flow and makes your legs move and stuff. So that'll fix a lot of things. But yeah, I don't know. The thing was, I never managed really to settle that tennis elbow. I just learned to live with it, and I treated the pain sometimes, and then it went away.
What does that mean?
It's all about corn, not about beans.
What? Come on, Woo. I didn't realize you were sprinting until I started approaching you. At first, I was just
Hey, Greg.
Hey, morning, Greg.
Morning.
good morning. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, all of a sudden I was like, ooh, I like this sprint part. I like the downhill into it.
Yeah,
Makes it feel
you're a nice
fast.
lad.
And it's short. But I did kind of get into it a little late because I decided at the last second.
I do, I don't, I do, I don't, I.
Now we know that you manipulate your Swift weight to be higher than your real weight, but that's actually cheating going down that hill.
The way is Charlie saying, is he giving examples of how my bean diet is actually the best thing I could ever do? Ever?
That's Charlie, not me. I don't know.
This shortfall nutrient thing, though, that I don't know what this is. But that's a bad name for it if it's good.
Well, are you short? Do you fall a lot? I can see the advert now. It'd be like a lawyer advert. Are you short? Do you fall a lot?
I'm slightly above average. I don't fall much. I'm tall and light. I'm easy to keep up.
Nutrients are public health concern. That doesn't sound good.
Wait, what? Wait, maybe it's lack of nutrient.
It says including.
Well, yeah, including nutrients of public health concern. So, like, you get the good ones that are of public health concern that people aren't getting.
Yeah, basically you're killing yourself, but you're saving the climate. So thanks a lot.
Are you talking about because of the gas release?
Well, I actually fell asleep halfway through the message, but something like that. Yes.
This is the UFA Cliff Notes here.
Supposed to be a historian, Ufa, and take notes on all these things.
Ah. I saw eating beans was associated with living on a cotton field in a small shack, but yeah, maybe I misunderstood something.
Maybe Rick does live in a cotton field in a small shack.
That would be the only one. That would be the only one in Maine then.
Not denying it.
Oh, wait, here we go. Now we're going to talk about the canned factor.
Yeah, the other benefit, Rick, of canned beans is that once you've consumed the contents, you can crush the can down and use it as spaces underneath the feet of your trainer.
Yes.
In the right kind of can, it could even be a feed horn on your parabolic dish. I still remember trolling down the supermarket oil yard or row to find a can that could be used for 30 centimeters of feed horn. It was actually quite difficult, but I found one. It's obvious that these scientific articles get paid by the word count.
There is that. This is. I've also been listening. That changes the TED Talk completely. when I listen.
Oh, I knew that was coming. Well, hello, my Korean friend in YouTube chat. Unfortunately, I can't read Hangul.
I appreciate the beauty of the signs, but they don't tell me much.
I can only read Korean when it's been phoneticized, but even then, I still questionable, I would say.
So I know some Korean. I know how to say "Nika jail chow naga," which means I am the best.
And I know mine that I'm. If it's
Use
correct,
that in a
I cannot-
sentence.
I should not say.
I just did. It's a complete sentence in itself.
Oh, yeah. But a meaningful one.
I'm riding a bike right now. I'm the best. Got a Korean friend in work. And, once a year we have a customer appreciation event, golf outing. He was with us, and I hit a really good shot, and I shouted that, and his jaw dropped. How do you know that?
Now I'm thinking about kimchi.
She
When I think about the only thing I know in Korean is a phrase if it's correct, should not be said on the stream. And whenever I think of that, I think of my first girlfriend's parents' restaurant, which is the first place I had kimchi, and realized that I had been missing out my entire life previous. Now it's just a matter of finding kimchi that's as good as that. In the middle of the woods of Maine. There's a couple restaurants that make some good kimchi.
probably best that you ignored me and what I said.
All right,
Supposedly,
white
that
practice just raised. Doing the white practice just raised. We just climbed over Titans. Oh. That killed me. Now you gotta try to hold on to these guys on the coast. Oh. Oh.
oh, why am I dropping? I was just thinking, I've been doing this ride for 5 years, but I don't think that's true now that I think of it. I think I got Zwift in 2020. Been cycling for 5 years, Zwifting for 4.
7 years you've been riding Zwift. 7 years I've been riding rollers.
You should all have done like Tristan Faulkner, work in the financial sector, start cycling, bang, 2 years later, Olympic gold.
Yeah.
Think I can do that at 45?
Sure.
There's still a chance. I've achieved the level of being able to keep up with the best riders in my area so far that I've noticed. But there are a few that can really turn it on and beat me.
If I can define my area to be like 200 feet times 200 feet, that's accurate.
Yeah, I'd imagine the Netherlands isn't really the hard place to get on the top. It's also a hard place to really beat anybody too, from the traffic, it seems. You could be riding with the best Dutch riders and not even know it because they can't really turn it on, or else they'll run into someone.
But I think I would notice.
Man, that's like the only path around here that's paved. I really enjoy it because, you know, it's in the woods and paths are just nice, but man, there's just always people using it, and it's not even that busy, but it's still just busy enough to know that when I plan my route to go through that, I always want to because it's nice, makes me feel good. But man, the people having to be on the brakes all the time, we can't even really open up. Ooh, I actually, last week, did I tell you about the kid that was coming right at me? I was like going down the path, and there's these 3 kids, probably about like 14 years old or so, and they're on the front one. He's over on the other side of the path, and then the second one, he's on my side with another one behind him on my side. Second guy moves over. Then I realize the third one, he's just still coming at me. And it looks like he's looking right at me. So I'm like, okay, I'm not giving up my side. And right as we were coming down to collision point, which that's a whole other story that I wrote it all the way to the potential collision point. But all of a sudden it was like he woke up from a nap or something and was just like, oh. and then hit his brakes, turned off to the side, narrowly avoided me. And then I yelled back at him to pay attention or get off the bike trail. And then afterwards I was like, wow, was I really ready to play chicken all the way to completion with that kid? That would have
My recommendation would be not to do that.
I was standing by. I was like, it is my right to have this side of the trail, and I will not give it up to anybody. I was ready to blow my carbon frame to bits. Just
over here we have something called school buses, but it's not buses, it's school children cycling together 4x4, so they would be like 20, 30 of them cycling to school together. And they will just be all over the place, and you come against them, and the first row, the guy who's number 4, he will get out of the way, but the second one hasn't seen anything, so they will just... So in the beginning I screamed, and after a while you just get off and you stand in the grass next to the pass and let them pass, because it's a lost game. I mean, you cannot win.
See, now in that situation, I mean, that's annoying, but it's understandable when there's you know, when there's a group and someone moved out of the way and then you're just left
Yeah,
there,
okay. Yeah.
you know. But in this situation, he had plenty of time. He was just, I don't know what he was looking at. Like, he was wearing glasses. So for all I know, his eyes were like rolled up in his head. I mean, it seemed that way because his face was pointing at me. And I was like, oh, is this kid going to be funny? Is he playing jokes with his friends? He wants to show off. But his reaction when he realized I was there was not, he wasn't trying to play a game. He was terrified. We might have had to go home to change, given his reaction. But it was, yeah, I was just like, what was he doing? Was he just like, is he looking at the clouds somehow? I don't know. That was just weird.
Or was he screwing with you?
Well, his reaction didn't seem like he was.
Well,
That reaction was so like, was just so, it was so real.
or
It was like,
or he's done that before, and every time people have clearly gotten out of his way.
yeah. Which, you know, if that is the case, I can only hope that I've scared him straight.
Yeah.
He has met the one guy that's not giving up. I'm willing to launch myself at you right now. I will ride right at you and hit my front brake at the last minute and use my body as a weapon against you.
What's the chance of that the guy that comes towards you is a complete lunatic willing to risk his life gets to the left?
That would have been bad. That would have been, because I mean, I was moving along at about, I was probably going like 22 miles per hour or so at that point. I was moving. I mean, he was probably doing like, you know, 14 or something, but his bike was definitely heavier than mine. It would have, my bike would not have fared well in that collision. And then I probably, being so mad in the moment, I would have probably immediately grabbed him and said, "Where's your house? We're going to it. Your parents are writing a check today." And then I would have gotten nowhere with that. But I would have done it. I don't think the Orono Police Department would have been like, that's not the best move, Mr. England. You can just move out of the way of kids from now on.
Okay, I'm gonna have a shot. See you guys.
All right, later, Rupert.
Yeah, not gonna be on long either, unfortunately. Got to get to work and gotta go to a retirement party tonight after work. So, unfortunately, not mine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that yours?
I'm eligible.
probably-
I can retire in 7 years, just over 7
Okay.
years.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say you must be getting somewhat close.
But I don't.
Are you gonna do the retirement and then like start a business or work a passion or something? Or
I don't know what I'll do. I'd love to just retire and go work at a bike shop.
Yeah.
I really wish we had kind of a higher end shop in the area. I mean, that'd be fun. But I mean, all the shops that we have are kind of everything from BMX to, you know, high end road, mountain. But
yeah, I've often thought I want to try to get in part time and like at the shop that's near my work. Usually I'm just sitting around at the end of the day just waiting for what if, and really just feeling like I could be doing something else right now.
yeah,
But I had a friend that he retired from Bangalore Police Department, and then he started a like a mosquito business where he goes in and like, you know, sprays
selling
on
mosquitoes?
and stuff. Yes, he's selling mosquitoes. Don't need to sell those around here.
No, there's a
Although-
couple options. I don't know if I'll retire at 53 or not, but my buddy who works for I think he works for Progressive. Who does he work for? He works for some insurance company, and I guess they have like an investigative branch. So it's like, well, it could be fun to go out and do that and investigate, you know, these fraudulent claims and all that stuff. But I don't know.
Do you do invest a lot of investigation work with your job?
No. I don't do much of that at all right now. But I mean, I've done a fair amount of investigative work for my career up until promoting.
Is it mostly paperwork now?
Yep. So, all admin.
Right, I'm going to say thank you to everyone
Yeah.
for joining us on the stream this morning. Rick, say it.
Bye-bye.
There we go. Rick said it. And I'm going to try and fix my my sound problems before tomorrow. We'll see whether I manage it though. But until then, take care. I'll be riding the WTRL team time trial tomorrow with the rest of the destroyers of cookies. Hopefully we'll have a team. We've got 2 people signed up so far. But if we do race, we'll be back at lunchtime tomorrow. Until then, have a good day. Bye all.
All I can see.